Lockyock. South end of Kodiak Island. Been a subsistence village since I was a kid, even prior years. We still harvest off the land, but I can see the times change. Ice used to be 2-3 feet thick. Our tides are higher than before. We gotta go farther away to get our red salmon. Sometimes we don't think that they're even gonna show up. In the bay, there used to be so much halibut. Native ways are dying off. Now, subsisting. It depends on how far we are willing to go. I guess we're ready, buddy. Today is today that Justin and I are gonna go across the bay to Slough Bay and go do his goat hunt that he's been wanting to do for a long time. I'm not a goat hunter, but I'm looking forward to enjoying the adventure with him.
Marvin is my uncle. He's basically the village uncle. Everybody knows him as Uncle Marvin, and everybody respects him. But then, if anybody needs help with anything, he's always there with the helping hand, no matter what.
I'm getting prepared because it's a long ride. A couple hours in this wind, and it gets very cold and wet. Are you ready? We're gonna get wet. There's a bear right there, the sow and a cub right there on the hill. You could barely see him inside the grass walking. We're going up into their country now. Where they'll be hibernating is where the goat would be around.
I am nervous of coming across bear because we've had a few experiences with them in our past hunts. They're pretty curious when you just stumble across them and they're unexpecting it. We've got some big ones. Here's the cabin we're staying at.
This cabin where we are going, it's a friend's place. Our culture is native, Aleut. We always help each other.
See if we can fire up the stove and get it nice and warm in there.
Light.
Plan is to go up this ridge, the mountain right here. You can see a trail going up, and we're gonna just keep to the right a ways.
I'm not a goat hunter because of age. It's pretty steep out there and very treacherous hike. I hope we find some folks from up in that area up there. Justin is not one that's gonna just say it's too far. He's gonna go over and get it.
All right, we'll see you when we get back.
Okay. Fish, deer, goat. Here's one guy I would probably send out first if we were starving, because he would come back with something.
Nothing ever goes the way you want it out here. We just got to roll with the punches and try and figure it out and make things work.
What's that?
That's called a chop saw. All right, firing up. Ooh, almost club you. Traveling in the springtime is pretty hard, especially when you got 7 kids. A lot of country that I want to show them, so I've decided to build a little cabin on top of my sled, sort of like an Arctic minivan. It might not be the prettiest damn thing in the world, but your sisters will love it. Woo. Over to 45, and now we're gonna have a 45-degree cut. 2 45s equals what?
90?
Yeah. I'm not totally sure what this thing is gonna look like. I'm not a carpenter. I'm just trying to do the best I can do with what I got. So that's the part I'm stuck on is what angle is this gonna be? Wow, let's check out our blueprints. Come on, boys. Let's see. Hey, 3 inches right there. Yeah. See, that's how I see them do it on movies. We're spot on, boy. Terry time. Yep, make sure it's flush. This stuff is super expensive. All right. As I was growing up, I was a little rambunctious kid. As I was moving, I had to do something. So when I was a kid, my grandparents, my dad and all of them, they'd always load me up in the sled and bring me to camp. I like it, boys. I'm liking it.
Here too, this is nice and solid.
They didn't have a nice little cab for me like what I'm building my kids. This is so we could frame in the window right here. I got the wood. My sons, they might not look like the biggest guys around, but they're very strong. We don't got a lot of lumber out here. It's very expensive. It's hard to get. We definitely got to make sure we take our time and we don't have to recut anything because we can't just go to a store and buy some more lumber. Oh,
Oh,
like a glove?
yeah.
Like a glove. Go ahead and get these windows cut out and make some frames for it. The back door where they're gonna climb in. Climb in, boys. Your little sisters, I bet they'd like it like this, huh? They'd be just like puppies. Head in the wind. Make our entrance, grand entrance. Dum, dum. Looks good.
You know, even a bad day running around in the woods is a better day than in town.
I guess tractor's gonna come. You gonna ride? Let's roll.
Hopefully we can find some birds. So I think we'll just travel around on the lake. It's about 10 miles on the ice. You really have to go with the seasons because it dictates what you can do and how you can travel and how you can hunt. Now that it's spring, we're gonna have to, do some springtime hunting.
My name is Joel Jacko.
I'm part of the Water Telchina clan.
And I've lived in Pedro Bay for most of my life.
A lot of the stories I heard growing up out here is kind of how the Athabascans in this area were like warriors. So being an Athabascan in the 21st century, I joined the Marine Corps and traveled the world. Came back to Alaska after the Marines. I realized it's definitely where I want to be.
So far, the ice has been pretty bad. There's like a layer of slush on top of like half an inch of ice. You keep breaking through it, so it's kind of melting faster than I anticipated. We'll give it a go, see what happens. I saw a spruce hen fly up in the woods over there. I'm gonna see if we can go get him. There's a couple of birds sitting over here. I missed. It took off. I think my scope is way off here. Well, I missed twice because my scope is having some problems. It's not holding its accuracy anymore.
I think my gun has kicked the bucket.
Hopefully we can find some more.
Pretty close. Let's see if we can find that bird now. Oh, I just went back down. This is like work? Oh. See him. Only took 17 bullets.
At least we'll have a good dinner.
There's no headshot, but good. Let's see if I can find the other one too. No. I think I'm gonna go back down to the beach. Maybe he's sitting on the beach again.
The more I'm out here, the more you kind of get to know yourself, because you have to become more reliant on yourself. You become a better provider and mechanic and whatever, plumber, you know, you just have to become everything out here.
You know, he might be long gone. Is he a tracker? Huh? Oh, there he is. I knew he was in that tree. He's gone. Knew he was in that tree, though. Should have been a little more sneaky.
It's like 5 feet from me. I could have thrown the gun at it and hit it, but it was pretty frustrating when the bird's, you know, looking at you.
One bird's not much meat. Be nice to have like a dozen or so, you know. Throw a couple in the freezer and then make a good pot of soup or something. This fall, he was chasing a spruce hen and it flew into the shop. And he ran in there and he was able to get it. And ever since then, he thinks he's some great bird dog now.
Best dog I've ever had.
These rivers, this ocean, and our land is our resource to keep the native people of Alaska alive. Look at my eyes. You have to understand what I'm going to be telling you. This is between life and death. In this land, it can be beautiful and it can be harsh. You always have to be prepared. I'm training Sonnaboy, my grandson. He has to be able to survive in this land. Go check the ice down there. Do it fast. I trained him since the time he was 12 years old. As long as I'm able to travel on the tundra, I'll keep training him. Come on, Sonnaboy. Don't you ever expose your hand on a snow like this when it's blowing snow. It'll take less than 2 minutes to freeze my hand. My grandfather have told me, don't assume that you know how to do it. Go and run around just like you're warming up your feet and your body. Because you just saw someone do it. I know how to do it because I did it with my 2 hands like this. Look at the mountains up there. What do you see?
I see clouds above them.
That'll tell you there's strong winds or storm coming. So what you have to do when you see that, you go home for safety.
My name is Abanakpak. That's a great warrior in Chupik and named after my grandfather, John Pingayak III. When I hear stories of Abanakpak back then, he had a really big name and I feel like I should live up to that. And it just like really challenges me everywhere I go.
And I'm gonna train you how to make a shelter out of snow. The most dangerous thing that you're fighting against is exposure. The wind coming or hitting your body, but you would never panic. What do you think?
A lot warmer.
Whatever you do, even if you're comfortable, don't ever sleep. Stand up.
Right now?
Pick your perk off. Come on, fast.
I really love learning everything that my grandfather is teaching me.
You know, we can see ice, but under that ice, there is life-giving animals. This area is where the current goes from there to that other lake. And it has a slough that goes out to the river. And so here, son of boy, blackfish. I set this blackfish trap for a week or so. I'm 73 years old. This is what I eat. And you, son of boy, you gotta learn to eat it for the future. You're learning how to survive right now.
This is priceless then, huh?
It is priceless, that's right.
All right.
Naganayak man na nasuya usa ko nagkukasun bitang susak panimani nunamtni leads out leads neden ako diladen tamaskuida. Okay, I'm gonna set this up. What?
Sun's going down pretty fast.
Okay, we better go.
Since I was a kid, our beaches got steeper, the tides are getting bigger. Gotta work harder to get more to make ends meet.
This is not the goat country. This is more of the bear country. It is a little bit more nervous walking through super thick stuff like this when you can't really see 50 yards ahead of you. We have to order our meat from Kodiak, which is a 45-minute plane ride. So getting fresh meat is always a plus. You can see where a bear paw print is, so we're definitely using the same trail as they are. Going the same way as us.
See if I hear any gunshots. Justin likes to get up and do things. That's what I've missed. Being around Justin brings out a little more energy in me. Look like I'm standing up right at the very peak. But if not, I'm seeing things.
We're about halfway, a third way up the mountain. We're just getting up to the cloud line here. You can see cabin. Can't see too far, 200 yards right now. We could see up, but once we get up into the thicker of it, it's going to be a bit harder to see. The goats, they're white, they could be dirty gray, whatever. Same color as the clouds practically, so. There's also snow up there. That just makes it even harder to spot the animals. Once we get up higher into that fog and the snow, it's going to get colder.
I see the wind coming, I hear it snowing up there where Justin is. Got a good snowstorm. It's pretty steep out there and very treacherous hike. There is a very big concern about where the goats are. You know, they're in the cliffs and rocks. Yeah, there is a lot of danger in goat hunting.
Who knows what's on the other side, though. Hopefully we get enough visibility to spot something. There's a lot of snow up here, at least an inch, just about to the top where it levels out. We should hopefully come across the mountain goat, maybe.
You know, one little slip or something out there, and to be that far away from home with just the radio to call for help, that's always a big concern. One person, where am I at?
This is definitely not ideal hunting weather.
kind of hoping Justin is in a good spot for gold.
But we're still quite a ways from the cabin. We ain't gonna get down there till dinner time. We've had some good visibility for a little bit. We got the glass around, but the snow came back down. Warm cabin, dry. Definitely looking forward to that, but hopefully still looking forward to a goat.
They're up there in the fog right now, but didn't take them very long to get up there. Probably pretty slippery up there. You have to adapt and overcome out here. We work around the weather and the tide, accessibility to getting things. Out here, you just have to make it work.
Here we are on the top of the mountain behind the cabin. I was kind of hoping that we'd have a good advantage of seeing what could be on the other side here. We're definitely gonna know them here, so just hope they don't be too spooked. Here in the village, there's only about 55 people max, including the children. A lot of the people here, they wouldn't prefer hiking up to the top of the mountain for their meat. You just really want to, like me. It's a tough hunt, but I love it.
Maybe he's on his way back down, walking back to the trail over here. Maybe he got one.
It's always like this, just always so unpredictable and be nice one minute and clear the next. Can't really see much on the other side, but it looks a lot more snowy than the other side that we just came up on. Say our visibility right now. I decided that I'm just gonna head back. Yeah, definitely not the ideal hunting weather for goat. If it was clear, it would have been a whole different story.
The elders always talked about prophecy saying there's going to be a time where we have to live a subsistent lifestyle and completely live off the land. All right, go ahead, Terry.
Chase it out?
Yeah. What are you doing? You're drawing smiley faces and stuff now? Graffiti? For this sled, all we gotta do now is to get the door done. Even I can fit. Look at that, boys.
Whoa.
Cut out the windows.
Oh, it's plastic.
Yeah, plexiglass, they call it. I've been enjoying my time with my boys. They seem like they're learning. They're picking up on little things. I don't got a whole lot of carpentry skills to teach them, but what I do know, I want to pass down to them, and hopefully they can start cutting up some wood and making their own types of things, too.
Yeah.
We good to flip it? Hey, it fits. Well, how about you go grab your little sisters and we take a look at it. Right. Climb in, Mama. Your new ride.
I couldn't even imagine what he had in his head.
Hello, Mama.
It looks amazing, though. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's big enough for all the kids.
You girls all set to head to camp? So let's load up and let's go check out camp. I do try and carry on the tradition of living a nomadic lifestyle. And so, springtime, I start taking my family downriver to our fishing camp and family allotments back there. Scoot up forward, so make some room, Sophie. Feels real good to have this sled finished for my children. Uh-oh, Suga. All right, we're all loaded up. We got the babies loaded up. How's everybody?
Good.
Can't wait to get started. Get out to camp, get away for a while.
I'm really stuck to go on this side.
All right, hang on. Before Alcacat was a town, my family used to live in the South Fork. Got a cabin up there. It's only 33 miles to camp. With these girls in the sled, I figure we're gonna be doing about 15 miles an hour, and it's gonna be about a 3-4 hour ride. very important to get my children out to camp right now at this young age and away from the TV and away from Wi-Fi and all this. Get them connected with the woods. Check engine light keeps coming on. And when it does that, it cuts out the motor and I ain't got no power.
Will we make it back, Dad?
I hope so. Let me check it again. No, see? That's not supposed to be on right there. Then when I'm driving, it tells me to stop the engine. Go home now, it tells me. Looks like a part of the piston shot through. You can spend days and weeks planning a trip, and then once you get into it, you know, plans are gonna change just instantly. Because it's so windy and rugged out here, it isn't the right conditions to work on anything. I don't want to get stranded out there in the woods with 7 kids and a dog and my honey. You know, we're gonna be a long ways out there. We're gonna have to go home, and I gotta work on it tonight.
Okay.
We'll try again tomorrow. Everybody gonna be okay?
Yeah. My almond died.
This is a difficult life, difficult country. It gets cold and extreme and everything, but, you know, the kids, they're acclimated to the temperatures. They're not used to anything easier, and this is just their everyday life. They're strong kids.
When I tell my story to my grandchildren, it becomes real, and it makes these young people strong. I want to get blackfish so I could have some tonight. I'm gonna show you the blackfish trap I made. Yeah, it's really awesome to bring you guys out here and show you my trap. So someday you guys are gonna do it. The blackfish is ideal to have middle of winter when there's not too many fish running. Blackfish are always there. In Chupik we call it channerik, channerik. Pig, channerik.
Channerik. This is for your hands. Like this.
It's very important for our people to eat fresh fish, and this is the ideal one, blackfish.
I'm taking the cover off from the hole, so it'd be a lot easier for me to get in the blackfish. See how easy that was for me to hit the water? Until 6th grade, I was living in Fairbanks and just sitting around doing nothing, and then I come here and I'm just busy with my grandparents. Every trip is something new to learn. To carry on tradition when I have a kid of my own is kind of scary for me because I don't want to forget anything that I've been taught.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our elders used to say, if we have a lot of children, you are blessed. When I'm no longer in this land, they're gonna carry that tradition. It's like Baijitak. It's like a gift. Enough breakfast to go home. You guys ready? Yeah, everybody clap your hands, yeah. We're gonna have a lot of blackfish.
It's not just the elements, it's the, just being away from civilization slows it down. Oh, there's way more snow back here than I thought there was, going right through the bottom. I'm actually on the old native dog sled trail. This is like the main trail to get from village to village or house to house. People used to use this all the time. I mean, it would be like their highway, basically. Before they had vehicles and boats, most people don't even know where it's at. So which is kind of sad, I feel like.
You know, people have just kind of lost the art of hunting and living off the land. Well, I want to keep it open so people can still use it if they want. A lot of work to cut a trail out that hasn't been maintained in years. What? There he is. Headshot. Oh. This frickin' gun. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. Next shot. There's at least one more over there. I'll leave these guys here. Come on. Fly. I heard him fly. Very fulfilling being able to provide for yourself. It's not just, you know, being out in the woods. It's nice not having to worry about relying on the grocery store, relying on your own wit, basically. There he goes. Yeah, life at Pedro Bay. Good time.
Out here, times change, but our way of living hasn't. It's a beautiful day, nice up in here, really nice. Yeah.
So our next goat plan is to go to Olga Bay, to just go and check other mountains and hopefully one's there.
Hunting's the easiest way to live out here to make it easier on finances. Where'd you guys see him last time you were up here? Right over here. It is so hard to see now. The snow.
I see one in that steep ravine right there.
All right, well, we see one, we'll see more.
After spotting the goat, you have to come up with a game plan to get them. It could be pretty tricky sometimes because there's cliffs everywhere, and you gotta find a beach that could land a skiff with no swell, and then from there, find a spot to get up. Two different groups. I could see that one low guy standing out right there. That's the one I'm probably gonna go. As soon as we get to the beach here, the skiff is banging around on the rock and making noise. I look up on the hill and I notice the goat are already looking at us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up there on that beach and see if I could, yeah, I'll just distract him so he watched me.
Alrighty.
Good luck, buddy, man. While Justin's hiking up the hill there, I'm gonna go along and hope that the goat watch me here so I can keep him distracted so that he don't pay attention to him hiking up the hill. No protection, it's pretty open and there's nothing to really hide and stock up to the goat. Once I hear a shot, I know he got one.
See a couple down really low to where we're trying to get, so far I'm doing good. They don't know I'm here.
Okay.
There they are right there. I see one there, 2, 3. That's better than when we hiked up yesterday.
It is pretty white. Who knows, deer, bear, possibly even a goat. They're starting to move a little bit, so I'm gonna see how close up I could get to them there. Not spooking them too much. You see that bottom one that just came out? I think that might be a Annie. Okay, that Annie right there stood up now, so I'm gonna try and take a shot at it. The little tiny nanny. Seeing if we could get to him now. I got really lucky. It ended up right on the ledge of a cliff. It's a tough hunt, but I love it. I love every bit of it. I love getting out, and I can't wait till my sons get out here with me, and I know they're gonna love it.
Yeah, those goats are a pretty tough animal. They don't have very much predators here where they're at. It's pretty tough for even a bear to even get at them. No natural predator, but the bear and just.
I think that's really important to have all the stuff that we have now and that we're passing on, that Marvin passed on, that we've both pretty much learned together. This should last us till next season. I think it'll be really useful in the long run for my kids, their kids, and hopefully it keeps going on from there.
I used to be around a lot of the elders growing up. There's a lot of respect for those old-timing people, how they made our village what it is today and what we still carry on here. I want to help the village as much as I got to offer, which is a lot. He got his goat. Kids will be happy. Oh, yeah. We will overcome. That's got a lot of meaning to me. We will overcome. We just face east.
Round 2, we're gonna make it this time. Sound the drums. Come on, you girls, sound the drums. Well, Mama, I think we're all set. You know, our big machine, it didn't hold up on us, but thank goodness for Uncle Charlie. He let me borrow this one, so let's do this. Oh, I'm gonna leave my honey. We're here, girls. Wesley. We made it, girl. Welcome to camp. Hey. Home sweet home, my boy. Alacac, it's just where we stay. But this is our home, my boy. This is where we're from. That's why you're so happy. That's why you like it so much already. It's in your blood. This river runs in you. All of us. Let's get you in the house, my boy. The fire going.
All right, Asher, are you ready? You like blackfish, Asher?
Yeah? Look at their skin.
Do you know, Asher, I had 2 blackfish pets when I was a little girl, and I put them in a jar in my sod house. Then, you know what happened?
What?
One day, I went to inside the house and my mom was cooking my 2 blackfish pets for my little brother, and he fed it to him. What was that? Look at that. John and I, we had gained some weight and our cholesterol was and sugar was high. So we had to completely go back to our native food, and it was just amazing how our body reacted to when we just started eating our native food. And what do we need to put on it before we eat?
Seal oil.
Yep.
What does mabaonachi mean?
That's what you learned today? It means sit and be quiet, be quiet.
Sometimes when we sing a song, somebody from another village will sing it. They come by the wind, by the spirit.
When I was in the Marines and we're in Iraq, I missed Pedro Bay because I feel like Iraq was basically as far removed as you could get from this place. The colors are brighter when you come back. Even rotting salmon in the fall, it just brings back memories. Oh, man, that's good. God, it just feels like home. I feel like this is where I belong. It does make me appreciate the land more.
My mission is what I am doing right now. When we're brought up, and you didn't read a book on our native way of subsisting, we were just taught from our elders. We're going to be the next elders of our village. You know, that's very big for me. Happy.
These guys got a lot of pent-up energy. Even though that long ride to camp, that's not gonna burn off these boys' energy. They gotta get some work in.
How many can you hold?
6.
This is a small family I got, 7 kids. It was a long time ago that wasn't so much, you know. That was just normal family.
You're a little camp baby?
And all of them were raised inside a cabin smaller than this. This size or smaller, you know, bigger families than what we got. Once you got kids, your life should just be all about your kids and making them happy. It's all worth it once I see those smiles on their faces.
You need to find time to beat your drum and get your people alive once again. And go forward to the uncertainty of the future and battle what we need to battle before we even get there. Rihanna Chaknak Lucy. Thank you for listening.